and welcome to Jingle and Mingle with Alice's Table. My name is Brittany, and I'm going to be your host this evening. We're going to be making these gorgeous Winter at the Whitney arrangements, and I'm excited to see everybody's kind of twist on them. A little bit about Alice's Table. So Alice's Table is a lifestyle business that hosts floral arrangement events. And we host events like this in public spaces, and we bring everything to you guys, and you guys just gotta show up and have fun. We also host private events in people's homes or a venue of your choice, whether it's a birthday party, a bridal shower, a baby shower, whatever it is. We can even customize a arrangement for you to fit your theme or your favorite flowers. So it's also a really fun girls' night. Always fun to kind of host those kind of events. So as you'll see in front of you, there is a vase with an apron, your clippers, and your rose strippers. So you're going to want to take everything out, kind of put this stuff to the side and put your apron on. And while you guys do that, I'm going to say a little bit about me and why I joined Alice's Table. So I joined Alice's Table in October. I work in the marketing and events corporate side of things, and it gets a little stale sometimes. So this gives me kind of a more creative outlet. I can come out, host these fun events with you guys, make friends, be a community with like-minded women, and it's just a fun way for me to kind of play with flowers, really. So now that everybody looks fabulous in their aprons, we're going to go get started by actually saying hi to everybody at your table. Just quickly introduce yourself. We're going to be having a fun night, so why not just make a couple friends while we go. So now that everybody is friends, we can kind of prep our base for our arrangement. So we are going to start by using this floral ribbon. I actually bought this on Amazon. It's super cheap, and you can buy it from like a floral store or whatever. So this is really just going to help to make our arrangement kind of just look a little bit cleaner, and it's going to hide the stems. So we're just going to put it in like so. This is not working. So it's just going to look like this. Very simple and easy, and it'll fill up once you put the water in. So go ahead and put those, they're laying on your tables, and you can just grab one and slide it in. Okay, so now that everybody has this, this is a water-based arrangement. So we are going to make a tic-tac-toe shape on the top of the vase so that it kind of holds the flowers up, and they're not falling over kind of the rim, but kind of gives them a little bit of structure. So I've already cut off some pieces, and we're just going to put 2 up and down and 2 across, just like a tic-tac-toe board. And we want to put this in before the water because, as this actually happened to me, that when you put, sometimes when you put water in first, it gets a little wet on the sides and then the tape doesn't stick. So just make sure that your tape is also stuck to the sides very well, because it can come undone, which has also happened to me. And then kind of, it doesn't support your arrangement too well. So I actually have white tape right now. That's all they had at the wholesaler. So that's what I'm working with now, but I'll make sure to hide my Spanx, as they say. So now that we have this, I'm actually going to talk a little bit more about the arrangement before we get into it. So this is called the Winter at the Whitney. This is part of the New York collection for the fall 2018 that Alice put together, and it is based off of her trips as a little girl to New York City with her mom. It's just very classic, clean New York, and I just think it looks so pretty, and you know, it matches everything because it's white and green, and it smells amazing with the evergreens. So it's a perfect floral arrangement. You can give it to friends and family, or hosting a party, or just keep it for yourself, which I probably would do. And then before we start, also, I'm going to play a little trivia with you guys, so make sure you're following along, because you guys can win some extra flowers at the end. So we are going to get started with actually the water. So now that we have our tic-tac-toe board, as you can see here, it's easy to see because it's white, we're going to put water in our vase, and we're actually only going to fill it up halfway because you guys are driving home tonight. And you just want to be careful that it doesn't spill over. I mean, it's fine, it's water, but if you pour it in between the little holes, it won't splash as much. But no big deal if you do. So, we have that done, and in the water is actually, I put food already in it. So it's made up of half sugar and half preservatives. The sugar helps to feed the flowers because it needs food just like we do. And then the preservatives, I can't get that word right, that actually helps preserve the bloom so it'll last longer for you guys. Also, when you guys get home, make sure to fill your vase with water, because when we cut these, they're going to be freshly cut, and that drinks the most water, and it's going to drink it very quickly. So you're going to want to make sure you give them enough water and food so that they look good and healthy tomorrow morning when you wake up. Also, when you fill it, make sure that the water is lukewarm to warm. The cold water can kind of shock the flowers, and also if you have some of these like a little bit more closed roses, or yeah, I think those are the only flowers that might be a little bit closed, but excuse me, the warmer water will help to open them up with a lot of other flowers, but roses are a perfect example of kind of opening them up with warmer water. So now that we are ready to put our flowers in, I'm going to go through the process a little bit just so you guys understand what we're going to do tonight. So there's a 3-step process, really, when doing the arrangements. And you're going to start with your greenery first. This is going to fill your vase and give you a good base. And also, this one is perfect for really giving a contrast and making your statement flowers pop. Because against the green background, the white flowers are really going to stand out. So once we do that, we'll fill those around kind of the outer rim to give it kind of that full look. Then we're going to go ahead and do the lizanthus and the roses. Those are our statement flowers tonight, and those are going to go kind of more in the middle. So that's going to be step 2. Then step 3, we actually have a lot tonight of fillers and that add a lot of texture. So we're going to add seeded eucalyptus and wax flowers, and even a really fun holiday kind of twist is the pine cone. So we are going to get started. As you'll see, there is the cedar is on your table, and it smells absolutely amazing. It's like my favorite. And the reason why it's not in water is because it's a really good plant and stands up to not having water all the time like some of the other flowers. That's why it's great for wreaths and garlands, obviously, and it just, like I said, smells so good. So you're gonna go ahead and take a couple of the stems, and you're going to cut it at a 45-degree angle. Whew, it's kind of thick. Just be careful. Maybe we're not going to go with that one. Okay, I'm not cutting that. So you're going to want to cut at a 45-degree angle so that it can soak up the water and get all the food and the nutrients that it needs. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a couple. And just start putting them around. And this is okay. You can leave the greenery on the bottoms that's fine to go in the water, because that actually doesn't grow bacteria in the water like the roses and leucanthus and even the seeded eucalyptus. So that is totally fine if it goes into the water. When we get to the other plants, we'll cut down. We'll pull off the leaves. So go ahead and this table can come up and get their. No, you guys already have them on your tables. Just kidding. So we are going to go ahead and just finish this. And I will come around if you guys need any help or have any questions. I am here to help you guys. And this just smells like Christmas to me. So my trivia question actually for this one is, does anybody know where the evergreens actually thrive? Like, what is the best climate for them to grow in? Anybody? Anybody? So they actually grow in tropical climates best, which is kind of crazy. That's like mind-blowing to me, because it just seems like they grow in like forests where it's cold and it snows. But yeah, it has something to do with the soil. It's really good for them. So, little fun fact there. And remember to kind of keep these to the outer rims. Just, oh, that's a little short. Oh, I like this one. Oh my goodness. Smells yummy. Okay. So, everybody's looks great so far. They have a nice base and foundation for their statement flowers. And we are going to start with our roses. So, these roses are really great. These are from actually Colombia. They cut them in November so that in February they have a nice, they have a ton of roses to sell for Valentine's Day. So actually November is a really good time for flowers because they want to make sure that they have a really good batch for Valentine's Day. So we have a lot of tips about roses. So first you're going to want to make sure that the rose is a good rose and that it's not going to die anytime soon because you want them to last. So you're going to kind of squeeze the base of the bud and just make sure that it's not mushy. If it's mushy, that means you probably want to get a different batch. But otherwise, if it's nice and firm, that means you're good to go. Second part is you're going to want to take off these outer petals that have they're kind of a little bit, they look a little damaged, a little brown, a little green. It doesn't mean that the rose is bad at all. Those are actually the guard petals, and they help the rose to, you know, stay clean and fresh and pretty. So you can just take off some of these. I think I might have taken off a couple already. Oh, and I'll put these in my trash bucket. So now that we've kind of prepped the bud of it, we are going to cut off the stems. We're going to clean it up and we're going to cut off the, get rid of any thorns that we have on here. So again, grab your bucket and you're going to want to grab the top part of it and don't hold it too hard because you don't want to rip it. And you're just going to grab your rose strippers and you're going to, that was really easy, just make sure that all of the leaves come off because like I said, the leaves are what grow bacteria in the water and they'll kill the other flowers. So you want to make sure that you're nice and clean like this. So my last tip for roses is, this one is a little bit more closed than the other ones. So if you really want it to open and pop like some of these, which is absolutely gorgeous, you can go ahead and kind of blow on it. And it'll really open it up. So it's a fun little tip that I learned since we're here. Oh, it's this table. So it's very fun. So you're going to go ahead and again, remember to cut at a 45-degree angle so that it can soak up the water and food that it needs. And you're going to go ahead and start placing it in your arrangement. And remember, oh, it's a little longer. You want to kind of keep these to the middle because they're going to be your statement flowers. Okay, so like I said, you're going to want to keep your roses to the center, just so that they kind of pop and they make a statement in the middle. So go ahead, this table can come up and get their 5 roses, and start putting them in their arrangements. While you do that, I'm going to go around and help you guys answer any questions that you have and make sure that you guys are filling up your arrangement. They're just and you want to make sure that they're not too tall, because you want them to, you know, kind of be at eye level. And go ahead and like spin yours around to see what it looks like from all angles, because most likely if you have it at a as like a centerpiece, people are going to be seeing it from both sides, all sides. So I am going to do this. Okay. Just love these roses. Okay, so does anybody know how many species of roses there are? Anybody can win an extra rose at the end of the class?
152.
There are actually more than 150, so you're right. But only 150 species are used in like landscaping and are available for like sales. So yes, you're correct. So make sure to come get your extra rose at the end of the class. Stick in your arrangement. Oh my goodness, these are so big that they're taking over. Okay, so now that you guys have your 5 roses, we're going to go ahead and go into our second statement flower, which is the Lysanthus. This is, I think, one of my favorite flowers right now. It's just so fun and flirty and really just adds like a very delicate kind of look to the arrangement. And so as you'll see, these have laterals to them, and laterals are, as you see, let me compare it to one of the garden, this is a garden rose. So a garden rose only has 1 bud per stem. A Lysanthus, as you'll see, this has actually, well, technically it has 4. Well, it had 5. And so these, you really get kind of, I guess, your bang for your buck, or, you know, you get a lot for what you need. So first of all, we're going to want to take all of the leaves off because, like I said, you don't want these in your arrangement because you don't want to get all that bacteria. And then you can also see kind of the stems better to see where you want to cut it. This one, it's not doing so good. This little guy is broken. So cut that off. And these ones, I would say, sometimes there's like a little cluster that you might want to keep that looks really pretty. I like sometimes the ones with the closed buds next to the really big ones. It just kind of gives it that contrast. But I guess for this one, I'm just going to use these 3 since they're all kind of separated. And I will place these in my arrangement. So if you want to come up and grab 3 of these, 3 stems for your arrangement. I want to cut them. And These are perfect for a flower-based arrangement because in water they will last up to 2 to 3 weeks. So this is a perfect flower for that'll last. So your roses might die a little bit sooner, but you can just take them out and put in new flowers. You can get red roses; those will be gorgeous in this arrangement to make it very, very holiday, and just have that pop of color. You can put another favorite flower in there and just, you know, keep kind of taking out and putting back in to really make it last the whole season. So that's what I really love about this arrangement. These are actually also a very popular flower for weddings and flower or bouquets. So that's why they're just so romantic and pretty, and they're probably my favorite right now. So go ahead, and this table that went last can come up and get 3 stems of the Lysanthus. Okay, so now that we have our flowers done, we are going to go ahead and add our really fun holiday staple, really, which is the pine cone. This just screams. I'm actually going to steal it from this one because I only have one. Uh-oh. I'm just going to mess it all up. So I only have one. And I got this at Michael's for $1, or actually 99 cents. I mean, super cheap, and you can get them. This one has like some white details. I guess it's some spray paint. You can get this in every single color. I mean, they have glitter, red, green, every kind of thing you can imagine, snow, and it's endless. So this is really awesome. It comes with a wire on it, so it goes right into the arrangement. You can also make your own, which they're a little bit, I'm more of a buy it kind of person, but you can make your own by, I think you have to like bake them in the oven or something to make them safe and make them last. So this is really, really cool. Plus, it's on a wire and it's not living. So I assume that you can probably use them over and over and over again for many different arrangements and many different years. So very fun little addition, adds a ton of texture, and really screams Christmas and holidays. So go ahead and place that. Ooh, these flowers are just so large. Go ahead and place it wherever you see fits and has like a little, if you have a little space to put them. And feel free to like kind of move around some of your other flowers so that they fit. Okay, actually, you know what? This is a little brown. Let me get another one. Oops. This is gorgeous. Okay. So, now that we have our pine cone, and this one's a little bit big for this arrangement, but that's okay. We need a little contrast to our roses. Oops. Okay. Looking full and luscious. So now that we have our texture, we're going to add a couple more elements to add a little bit more texture. Another little fun fact actually about the pine cone is, does anybody know what state the pine cone is for their state flower? I said that a little wonky. Does anybody know the state which uses the pine cone as their state flower?
Vermont.
Vermont? No. That's a good guess, though. That's a good guess. Anybody else? No? It's actually Maine. So even though it's technically not even a flower, it's the only state that has, what is this, a plant as a, or, you know, I don't know, pine cone as their state flower. So kind of interesting fact there. So the next texture that we're going to add adds a lot of fun eye-catching texture and just adds another layer of greenery that kind of contrasts with the evergreens and the flowers, because there's so much white right now because the blooms are so big and beautiful. So does anybody know, trivia question, how long a eucalyptus tree can grow?
10 feet.
10 feet? No way. It can grow up to 200 feet. So, that's a little fun fact, and it's very popular right now, I feel like. I've even heard that you can hang it in your bathroom, and so when you take a shower, it'll start to smell really, really good because all the oils will start to kind of release into the air. So I think I'm going to try that soon, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'll let you know how it goes. So these add a little bit of movement to your arrangement because they kind of flow over the side. And this, oh my goodness, it's just so gorgeous. It kind of pushes it up too. So, like I said, it adds a little bit more greenery, which mine needs a little right now. So go ahead and you are going to get, how many? You're going to get one stem, and these again have a lot of laterals, so it only takes one stem to really fill in and fill in the little spots wherever needed. And like, it's kind of like wherever you see a little cluster, like this is perfect. You have the leaves, you have the little seeds. It's a perfect little cluster. And like I said, you probably don't want the leaves too far into your water. I'm just gonna maybe add a little bit more. Kind of fill in those gaps and break up the white a little bit. Give it that contrast. Oh, you can smell it. Okay. This is perfect for like a hostess gift, like I said, or holiday party, dinner, Christmas dinner. Okay, I'm liking this so far. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're on to our last one. I can't believe it. It's gone so fast. So our last one is such a fun addition to this very classic, very kind of regal, traditional arrangement, and this is the wax flower. So the wax flower is so fun and playful, and it comes in so many different colors. It was hard for me to choose which color to use. It comes in purples and all white, and so this one is actually perfect, I thought, for this arrangement because it has white flowers but little red berries on them, and I thought it was perfect because it adds a little pop, a little extra color to this arrangement. So you really only need one stem because, again, you'll really get your bang for your buck with these because there's so many, and you only need a little bit to just make those little pops and fill in the spaces. So go ahead. The table in the back over there can come up and get their one stem of wax flowers and put it into the arrangement. And then you guys are done. And whoever won for trivia throughout the night, please feel free to come up and get your extra flower to add to your arrangement if you have any space, because like me, this is a pretty full. And these are great too because you get the little clusters with the flowers and the little berries, and it's just so pretty to me. It's perfect holidays with the red. And if you smell it, it just smells so good. So I'm going to try to fill it around all over. Add a little color where it needs. Okay. Oh, it smells so yummy. Okay, so everybody's arrangements look so great. I'm so excited that you guys had fun, and I'm going to be walking around for taking pictures or asking any questions or answering questions. And if you guys go home, what are you guys going to do? When you get
water
home?
in it.
Put water in it, yes. So make sure lukewarm to warm water. You're going to fill it up so that it doesn't die by tomorrow or in a couple days. And you'll just enjoy it. I can't wait to see what you guys do with it, where you guys put it in your houses, if you give it away to a friend. I want to see your pictures. Please, please, please post them on social media or just email me. I have my cards up here, and if you guys are interested in a private event, please let me know. I am so happy and so excited to be able to host these for you. Super fun girls' night out. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys, have an awesome night, and you guys learned a lot of tips and tricks about your flowers. And if you, like I said, post any pictures, make sure to tag me at alicestable.brittany, Brittany. And I'll see you next time. Bye!